No excuses. Proud of our resilience in the fourth quarter, but again, we need a toughness right from the tip, and that's a great team to learn from. That game was all about toughness and physicality. It came out with them stagnating us offensively, couldn't do anything, couldn't get any type of movement or separation, and then on the boards as well. When you're missing shots, you have to play even harder on the other end to give yourself a chance and to be able to find ways to win when the ball is not going in. So we've got areas to continue to improve and grow.
Chris, Isaiah 16 minutes tonight. She seems to provide pop off the bench, a little scoring when you need it. Is getting her more minutes something you think about? What all goes into the calculus of divvying up the minutes at off guard?
Yeah, a lot. So, there's, what do we have tonight? 10 available. We'll have 11 when Maddie comes back. So if you divide 200 by 11, no one's going to be happy. That's what I'm trying to say. But and that's on me each night. You want to try to establish rhythm and normality with your subbing and rotations, and you go into every game thinking that's going to be the case, and then the game unfolds and things change. And so I loved Isaiah's answer, right? Like Joey asked her if it's hard, and she said no. You just have to be ready when your opportunity's called. And so that's just a great testament to this team as they continue to believe in staying ready in our competitive depth.
Coach, this week has been filled with a lot of big front courts that y'all had to deal with. In the last however many games, the league heroes minutes have decreased, and she's the biggest player on the roster. Could you kind of talk about what goes into that decision there?
Yeah, I mean, I liked what Haley was bringing us, and I wanted to play faster. So that was the initial plugging Haley in and putting Lee onto the bench. Was I wanted to get our tempo up. I would just want us to play fast and then compete on the boards. And then it's just gonna vary from night to night. We've got to still find ways to be able to compete. It's good to have options on the bench, but even when our bigs were in the game, I don't think they did a very good job of rebounding either. I know they had a couple, but it's all of us. It's our post group, it's our guard group, it's everybody collectively. So I mean, sure, like you look at lineups and you say, yeah, like she's big, match big with big, but it goes. There's other things that go into it as well.
Coach, Enrique missed the entire fourth quarter. Was that due to an injury? Was that a coaching decision? Could you just touch on that?
No, she's fine. That group got it rolling there, and so we went with them. That young group, I like their fight, their punch back, their tenacity, right? Just their grit that they were playing with in the fourth, so we went with them.
When you have tough losses like this, how do you just help the players manage some of that frustration?
Yeah, you want them to feel it. You want them to sit in it. Like, we shouldn't be happy after losing games, and you want to take the learning from every game. That's a fantastic team that's extremely physical defensively, and they dictate a lot, and that's where our biggest growth opportunities are. So we'll take all the learning from them.
Great.
You mentioned it was a physical game. Felt like players were pretty frustrated with officiating, like the third quarter specifically. Just how do you manage those stretches when it seems like that frustration is kind of getting there?
Yeah, it's, I try as much as we can to not allow the officiating to dictate how we're playing from possession to possession and not allow it distracts you. Now your attention is on the officiating and you're not giving full attention to the next possession that what it deserves. So we've got to be better. I've got to demand it of them. And this league is physical. This league is tough. And so we've got to be able to play through it.
Maisha Hindallen went down pretty hard. Looked like she was holding her lower leg. She's had some injury issues. Can you give us an update on her?
I don't have one at this time. Sorry.
Great.
Kelsey Mitchell had a big game, I think, in each of the 3 games that she played the Fever. What are some of the challenges that she's posing this team, and then what are the challenges that Indiana's offense, just with all the motion that they get playing through Aaliyah Boston, present any defense?
Yeah, I mean, it starts, I think Ari's done a fantastic job of getting their pace up or continuing with their pace in the absence of Caitlin and putting lots of pressure on the paint and from the arc, right? I mean, 4 for 6 tonight, she's just on a tear right now. And then when you have somebody like Kelsey Mitchell, she's just a nightmare. We were never in a play with her. We were always trailing her. We couldn't do anything. And then when you want to try to throw two more people at her, now she just gets around more people, and now you put your defense in even further disadvantage behind the ball. So she's tough. She just plays with such a good change of pace. She's really difficult to keep from getting to her spots, and so we've got to learn and try to be better technically and be more physical and try to be able to disrupt offenses. But credit to Kelsey and to that entire offensive team. And then Boston, again, she just adds another layer. Thought we were good in stretches with speeding her up and pressuring her on the perimeter at times, but they just stick with it and they keep it moving.
Sure.
Just going back to the rebounding, they got you guys plus 14. Just talk about most of those came from Boston and Howard. Just talk about how Lee and Natasha were able to just dominate.
Yeah, well, when you get beat at the point of attack, now you don't have good rebounding position. So the better you are initially in a defensive possession, then the better your rebounding positioning is. So if we can't win at the point of attack with our physicality, then all five need to get in there and war it up, right? Our guards are getting beat off the bounce. Our posts have to rotate to protect the rim. Now their posts are rolling free down to rebound. So it takes everybody being in there. When we throw two people at the point of attack because our guards can't guard one-on-one, so we've got to send two people now behind the ball, everyone's got to get in there. So it's a group effort. Like, it's not just one thing. And that all goes into game planning, right? It's like, how aggressive do you want to be? Because you've ultimately got to think about the end of the possession first, right? Can we defensive rebound with what we're doing? And the teams are so good in this league, right? Offenses are so good. You have to work so hard to get stops and then rebound.
Coach, out of everything you've talked about tonight, things you need to work on, things you need to get better at, how do you prioritize in order to get this team, this talented Wings team, to string some wins together and really go out there and, put the product on the floor for the fans know that, you can?
Yeah.
How do you prioritize?
Yep. You don't have a lot of time to practice, and so the time that you do, you have to be extremely just intentional. And that's hard because there's so many things that we need to work on. So you just need to pick bits and pieces. But a rebounding thing is, we're not doing rebounding drills in the WNBA, but maybe we should. Like, it's just a toughness and a tenacity, and so we're prioritizing defense. I'll say that. And so when we get in here on Sunday and Monday, we'll have 2 good days, and hopefully we'll see a re-energized team on Tuesday in New York.
So you just talked about prioritizing the defense, but how are you still hoping to go about finding a little more balance offensively with the starters specifically?
Yeah, just as the ball moves, trusting our teammates will make shots. We didn't hit shots tonight, right? We've had a couple good nights from the arc. Our posts have hit a bunch of shots, and then those just didn't fall tonight. So I think as the ball continues to move and we continue to trust each other, the balance will be there.
The illustration that you just did to us about the different positions, how people are supposed to rotate.
Yeah.
And the heartfelt intensity that you had in that. Is that the way you present that to them?
Yeah. I mean, they're just as frustrated, So when we're in there and we're talking about it, we understand, right? We understand everything stems from one single point of attack, whether that's one-on-one. Can we guard one-on-one? If we get beat off the bounce, now all of a sudden we're in rotations. What is the point of attack? Is it a ball screen? Is it a pin down? Can we win there? If we can't, we're in trouble behind the ball, and it takes even more effort and even more aggressiveness to be able to fight and finish out a possession.
Coach, there's this age-old saying that basketball is a game of runs. It feels like this has been a season of runs. You start out slow, then you have the 5-2 stretch, and then 2-8 in your last 10. I know that this is a frustrating season, but what, as a coaching staff, kind of as a bigger picture, are y'all taking from the high points to capitalize on while also focusing on bad things to cut out during the bad stretches?
Yeah, never too high, never too low, and again with a longer term vision in mind. I mean, I think P spoke to it fantastically. Just that this is a young group, and there's a lot of pieces here that are going to be here for a while. And so the experience and the reps that this group is getting is undoubtedly going to help us down the line. So, you know, you have to win games still. I understand that. We understand that. We're not up here. You have to win games. And so we have to sit in this, and it's not going to feel good. But you learn, and you have a positive mindset, and you don't let one game try to affect the next. And you come into work, and you focus on the next moment, and you keep moving forward.
Last one.
Coach, you've talked a lot about the importance of having a certain culture with the team. This time of year, do trade rumors and speculation impact locker room vibes, culture, anything like that?
Yeah, they sure do. But, you know, you can't think about that. That's part of pro sports. So, you know, when we're in there, we're a team, we're together, we're focused on business, and we're focused on being great teammates for one another, and continuing to, you know, be the teammate that you want to be and be the example that you want to be. And that's really all you can do. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Chris.